All right, at 10 years old, singer Jackie Evancho captured the hearts of America, bursting onto the scene as a musical child prodigy and winning second place on the show America's Got Talent. Maybe you've heard of it. And since then, her music career has taken off. The multi-platinum artist returned to America's Got Talent this past year, winning the first ever season of AGT Champions. And her latest album, titled The Debut, is officially out today. Here's a clip from her music video, Burn. Let's watch.
Searching and scanning for answers in every line for some kind of sign. And when you are mine, the words seem to burn.
My good God. All right, joining us now is Jackie Evancho. Jackie, I gotta just come out and just confess this, because I think a single tear streamed down my face when you were doing Time to Say Goodbye back on America's Got Talent.
Thank
It's one of my favorite songs. I thought it was great. What's kind of the change, though, from doing that show? You were on it when you were 10 years old.
Yeah.
So how has it kind of been changing from what I think a lot of people knew you as back then, as kind of a child, I guess, preteen, to what you're doing now with the new album?
Well, not only have I changed, because I'm 19 now, but just the control that I have over my career now has changed completely. Back when I was 10 years old, I would suggest things artistically and they would be ignored because I was a 10-year-old kid.
Yeah.
And now that I'm 18, 19, people take me seriously, and I can finally see my dreams coming to life on the albums.
Nice. I mean, in terms of choosing what you wanted to do, though, because this album has a lot of, it's basically all Broadway hits, right?
Yes.
I mean, so what was kind of that? Because I know, I guess we've seen with Hamilton, kind of the rush there in terms of having Broadway and musical theater kind of more mainstream now. I mean, was that kind of the main reason why you wanted to do it, or was it just kind of what you're interested in?
I think it has somewhat to do with that, but also just because I hear about all these new young artists that are in the shows, writing the songs, creating all these things, and it's a part of the world that I would love to be a part of.
Yeah.
And I just really respect their work, and I listen to it, and I hear their ideas behind the music, and I just really wanted to honor that.
Jackie, you said before, control over your career, right? So even now, as you are branching off as an adult and you have more control of your finances, you still refer to your career as your family business.
Yes.
So how do you kind of separate the two, and now that you have the control and the say over everything?
Well, I don't really separate the two. It's really difficult. I mean, we still have crazy arguments like father and daughter over business things. But it's still a work in progress. We're figuring it out. It's an adjustment for people to get used to me being in control of my career. But I do value their opinions and advice a lot. I mean, they took care of it up until now, and it was a great job, so they know what they're doing. And it's just, yeah, taking it a step at a time.
So I work with a lot of athletes and artists as just on my daily profession. And so I've always loved, especially seeing young talent like yourself. But you come from a different perspective because you were so young when you found your success. Give me your perspective. If you were looking at a young girl that's 16, 17, 18 years old, what is the biggest thing that you would recommend that they work on? Not just musically, but I'm saying whether it's a skill set or a mentality outside of music. What would you suggest to them?
Well, I've been actually experiencing a lot of people my age and younger and their mental mindsets. And honestly, my advice would be, you're young. You have so much life left. Don't take so many things seriously right now, you know? Relax, enjoy it, and remember that you are only 15, 16, 17. You're not 25, and people don't expect the world from you.
Is that kind of what you've had to do too, though? I mean, in terms of planning out your career too. I mean, is that kind of what you remind yourself of? Is all right, maybe I don't need to take this so seriously. But now, as you mentioned, a 19-year-old in the music industry launching this new album. I mean, does it change at all the way that you think about it? Before, when it might have just been something you were doing because you like, and now a career?
Absolutely. Back then, if there were major decisions, I would say, okay, that's fine. I don't need to really worry about it too much. But now that everything is in my hands, I really have to sit down, weigh the pros and cons, and think about it before I make a decision.
Yeah. I think one of those decisions, too, that people talked about before was singing at Trump's inauguration. You were up there with Barack Obama on the stage as well. Yes. A big stage in terms of getting to show off your talents, that a lot of people first saw in America's Got Talent. I mean, when you think about decisions down the road in terms of where you perform, I know you also sing national anthem. You're from Pittsburgh, right?
Yes.
So you do Phillies games. I think I saw you do national anthems there. I mean, how much of that, in terms of that and touring and everything else we talk about, the streaming space, I mean, how much of that is getting more complicated in the digital age?
It's getting pretty complicated just because everything you do, everything you say will be on the internet, recorded there forever.
Yeah.
And social media is a huge part of businesses now, and I personally get frustrated with it, you know? I think that people should be hired for concerts based on their talent, not based on how many followers they have.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the world I live in now, so I am adjusting to it, and it's difficult, especially with my genre. Not many young kids who dominate the social media industry don't listen to me.
Yeah,
so.
I don't know how many people cry at time to say goodbye either. But, you know, it was beautiful. It's beautiful. I just want to say, all right, Jackie Evancho, thanks so much for being here. Appreciate it.